Hey book baddies, I hope you're having a great day, week, weekend, whenever you're getting around to watching this. If you have seen one of my videos in the past, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. My name is Hides or Heidi. This is my channel all around book related content. And today we are picking our February TBR, which I love doing TBR videos. I love the excitement of narrowing down the next things to read. So first things first is, as usual, get your drink of choice. Tea, coffee, hot cocoa, whatever floats your boat. This is my mug for today. Love this mug. Love her so much. I have this green tea that I got from a local international market, and she's so good. She's so good. So we will go ahead and dive right into this. So if you haven't seen one of my videos in the past, I will typically always pick my TBR from prompts, which we have our prompt jar. Yes, it is a coffee pot, because I'm not buying something when we have things in our house that are free 99. And this was free 99. I will say this is the one, so we have two coffee pots. This was the one with the broken lid, so we're gonna see how that goes. I'm not gonna be able to flip her because she's broken. So, as always, I'll go over a couple of the books that I already have set aside for book clubs, buddy reads, etc., etc. So the first book is for the book club that I'm in, and that is An Education in Malice. And I'm really excited about this. I've had a copy of this on my Kindle for a while now, and I've read something by S.T. Gibson in the past and enjoyed it. So I'm really excited to read another book by S.T. Gibson. I really think that this is going to be hopefully somewhat of a fun-ish read. We'll see. It's got vampires, dark academia, all that fun jazz. So really excited to read that. I hope that it winds up being as good as everybody says that it is. The next book that I have set aside is actually a book that one of my friends is lending me. Anytime one of my friends lends me a book, I always try to prioritize that just so I don't hold on to the book forever. And I forget that I have people's books, so we have to prioritize those. And that is Beowulf, and this is actually a retelling of Beowulf. And I remember that we read Beowulf when I was in high school, but I don't remember a ton about the original story just because it's been a long time. But I've been told that this is supposedly an absolutely excellent retelling, so I'm really looking forward to this one, and I'm really looking forward to see the twist on the classic, and I'm curious to see how much I remember from the actual book. We'll see. So the next one is actually a book that I'm reading. I will be going to a meeting where the author is going to be at, and we're going to be discussing the book when the author is there, and that is Adam and Evie's Matchmaking Tour. And I think this looks like it could be a fun book. It's a contemporary romance, and again, the author, I believe she lives in the Central Ohio area, which is, I live in Central Ohio. I think it's going to be really fun to read a book and then actually be able to meet the author and then discuss the book with the author after reading it. I just really hope that I like it because I would hate to go and be yeah, it was so good. It wasn't that good. So we'll see how that goes. If I absolutely think this is dreadful, I probably won't go up, I probably won't go to the meetup, but I'm hoping that it's not absolutely dreadful so that I can go and have an enjoyable time talking about it. Because I'm not going to talk smack about a book with the author, because quite frankly, that's just rude. That's rude behavior, and we don't support rude behavior like that. So let's hope that we love it so that I can go and be able to discuss it with the author. The next book that I have set aside is going to be my second buddy read. There's a small group of friends that I have, and we have done one buddy read. Our first one was back in December, and this is going to be our second buddy read, and that is The Wren in the Holly Library. And I'm really excited to finally get to this because I've had this since it came out around this time last year, and I actually have the second one pre-ordered, so I really wanted to get to this book before the second one comes out, because if I don't wind up liking it, I will cancel the pre-order. So anytime I have like a second or third, etc., in a series pre-ordered, I always try to like get caught up in that series so that I don't, again, buy a book that I wind up thinking is. So this is the next buddy read. Very excited. I hope that this winds up being good. Heard a lot of mixed opinions about it though, so we'll see. Okay, so now we will go ahead and start picking our TBR from prompts. And we got our lovely TBR cart over here. And since I already have 4 books set aside, I'm thinking maybe picking 4 prompts. We will see. It kind of depends on like what we pull and how long everything is, and like how difficult I anticipate the read could be, because some books I feel like are real easy to like zip through and then some are not. So we'll go ahead and get to our lovely first prompt, and I hope everybody is enjoying their January reading. I'm currently reading 2 books, and one of them is a literary fiction. I think it's either a literary fiction or a contemporary fiction. I have no idea really the difference between the two. And it's not doing it for me. I almost low-key wish that I would have DNF'd the book, but I'm so close to the end that we're just writing it out until the end because we're already so close. So I'm hoping to finish that up maybe tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. So prompt number 1 is Here There Be Monsters. What kind of prompt is that? What? Maybe a book with monsters in it. I don't know what I was thinking when I was writing that. Don't ask me. Could not tell you. Okay. Monsters. Do gorgons count as monsters? I don't know. Not having a lot of luck. Oh, I got one with monsters in it. The second one in this series. This definitely got monsters in it. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you might not want to look it up. You might not be ready for all that. So we'll go ahead and do this bad boy for our book with monsters in it. I actually read the first one in this series last year. I don't remember when. Really enjoyed it. This is definitely some schmutty schmut, some spicy spice. If you don't like some spicy spice, don't pick this up. Well, don't pick up the first one. But I'm excited. I like the first one. It was a good time. So we'll see how this winds up rolling. So our next book. I will say I'm going to be slightly cognizant on like the amount of books that I pick, only because January's been a rough month. I have not gotten through nearly as many books that I anticipated, but the United States is kind of in a not fun place right now. Okay. So the next prompt, so this is prompt number 2, is a cozy fantasy, which, oh, I don't know how many cozy fantasies I have on here. I know that I have this bad boy, which I've been wanting to read for a while. I've heard it's really good. Okay, I don't think I have a ton of other cozy fantasies on here right now. So we'll go ahead and pick Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. Again, I've wanted to read this for a while, and I'm excited because I've heard really good things about this. I love me a cozy fantasy. And so yeah, very excited about our book number 2. So let's get prompt number 3. Let me actually get a little drinky drink. Gotta love some nice warm tea. Get it open. Oh goodness. Okay, so we have a book with a map, which I feel like in recent years, I feel like there's not as many books with maps in it. I don't know why. I feel like fantasy seems to like be getting away from that for some reason, which I think is a bummer because I really like maps. Oh, well, we got very lucky because literally one of the first books that I picked has a map in it. So how convenient is that? Actually, I think I might just go ahead and pick this one because I have wanted to read this for a while. I've heard really, really good things about this. So I'm hoping that it lives up to the hype that I've heard around this. So we shall see, but we're going to do the Half King with a book with maps. Let's go ahead and pull one more, and then we'll assess on if we're going to pull an additional prompt after our next one. We'll see. Okay, a book by an author you've never read before. Okay. So I have a lot of fantasy. So I want to get something not fantasy so that I can kind of branch out of just staying heavy in one genre for the month. I've wanted to read this for a while, which I think this is contemporary fiction or literary fiction. Again, if anybody can explain to me the difference between literary fiction and contemporary fiction, I'd appreciate it. I don't know the difference. I think they kind of, to me, give like the same vibes. Personally, that might just be me. I don't know. An author I haven't read. Maybe The Ark. I haven't read anything by this author as well, and my friend told me this is supposed to be really good. Believe it or not, I've never read anything by Sylvia Plath, which I think would shock a lot of people because of the books that I have a tendency of enjoying. And I've wanted to read The Bell Jar for a long time. I think I'm gonna go with The Bell Jar. I just feel like this feels right. I don't know why this feels right, but I feel like this just feels right. So we're gonna read our first Sylvia Plath, and I've heard that this book is a lot. So we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping that it doesn't go too wild, but we never know. Okay, let's see here. We have to stack up these books. Just want to get an idea of kind of where we are book-wise. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 physical. And I feel like that's not crazy. I feel like I think I can. I'm gonna pick one more. We're gonna do one more. And I'm probably gonna kick myself. I'm probably gonna get like a book with 500 or more pages or something wild, because that's what always happens to me. Anytime I'm like, just one more, it's fine. It's never fine. Just to let you know, it's never fine. I do this to myself frequently. And we're going into February, which shortest month of the year. So I'm already going to be down at least 2 to 3 days, depending on the month you're comparing it to. So we're going to see what happens. I might kick myself, but we're going to see what happens. Okay, so we have a science fiction book. I don't have a ton of science fiction, which I like science fiction. I just don't have a ton of it. This might count as science fiction. I know it's fantasy, but I feel like this might be considered science fiction. Maybe. Don't quote me on that. I think The Quantum Seed is science fiction. Okay, we got slim pickings here. Because again, it's just not... I feel like there's, in my opinion, maybe I'm just not reading enough of them or looking into enough of them. I think kind of like a limited amount of science fiction compared to like other genres. But, okay, I think both of these are science fiction. I know this is fantasy, but there's like robots and stuff like that in it. And there's also like aliens in it. So I feel like, to me, that's giving sci-fi. And to be honest with you, I really just want to read this book because I loved the first one and I've been dying to read this. So we're going to say it's sci-fi so that I can get what I want. We're going to say it's sci-fi because this is what I want to read. So that's how that's going to be today. That's how that's going to be today. It's sci-fi according to Heidi. It's according to me. This is sci-fi today. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Because I love the first book and I can't wait for this one. This was like one of my most anticipated like releases from last year. And I'm just like, please be as good as the first one. Please be as good as the first one. Okay, I'm not going to pick anything else because I realize I have limits. And this is what we already got. So, with that said, this is going to be our physical TBR for February. Am I going to kick myself for doing all of this? Maybe. It's very, very plausible. We never know. But I am excited about it because there's some stuff in here that I've really wanted to read for a while. So I'm excited that I'm actually going to be able to like finally get to it. So yay. So that is all of my TBR picks for February. I hope you like the content. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that bell notification because that will tell you when a new video is going to be uploaded or is uploaded, excuse me. But I hope to see you in the next video. I hope that you have a great rest of your January reading. And I hope that you find something you love in February to read. Love you guys. Bye.